Dominica's Public Service Union decides on its next move to force wage hikes. And in sport, the bowling action of a Guyanese Jaguars player in the regional Super 50 Cup to be evaluated. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Wednesday, November 20th, 2019. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Let's take a trip to the markets on Liberty Avenue in Queens, New York.
Beside me is Mrs. Pearl Duke, or she's a usual patron of the Blue Food Festival in Bloody Bay. Now, Mrs. Orr, tell me, what keeps you coming back to the Blue Food Festival?
Oh, of course, to enjoy the ambience of this beautiful village, Bloody Bay. Also to enjoy the food that is being prepared and also, you know, be entertained by the guests we have here today.
And I see you're having an ice cream. Is this dashing ice cream? How's it tasting? Let our viewers know.
The Dominica Public Service Union says it has decided how to proceed to press government to increase wages, but it's keeping that course of action close to its chest for now. Now, the union met with its membership last night to discuss the ongoing wage negotiations. While there were media reports that it had sanctioned industrial action to force the government's hand, General Secretary Thomas Litang said that while a firm decision had been taken, it could not yet be made public. He said there was discussion at the meeting about the slow pace of negotiations and the fact that the government had not made an offer, and he said public officers were not satisfied with where the negotiations were. Litang said, quote, "A decision was taken as to how we move forward. We will also be meeting with the members of this Friday to have further discussions and to decide how we move with the situation as of next week." End quote. Now, earlier this week, he said the union had written to the government regarding the negotiations for the 2018-2021 period, seeking a 10% salary increase. Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Mottley says island-wide power outages that affect the country this week must never happen again. And she has made it clear, rather, to the country's electricity provider, the Barbados Light and Power Company, that it must do better. The privately owned company restored power to the island late last night after 2 straight days of blackouts, but it admitted that all was not well yet and the situation was still delicate. Last night at a press conference alongside BL&P officials, whom she had met with earlier, Mottley disclosed that as a short-term measure, the electricity company would be seeking to acquire backup generators to supplement its services, and it would be working around the clock to bring stability back to the island's power supply.
We are very clear that there is nothing other than the loss of life, inappropriately or corrupt practices that will be taken off of the table to resolve this problem. I think we have shared our perspective as a government with the Barbados Light and Power. They have agreed in principle that we will work together to make sure that whatever is done, including 24-hour days, including multiple teams, that we will look and revisit every assumption that has been made that would otherwise see new generation capacity not coming on board for another 12 to 18 months. This, we believe, is not tenable. We are going to manage this over the course of the next few days, but we have enough information before us to know that the question will be whether they can procure immediately tomorrow generating capacity or whether they will have to rent in the interim for a few weeks, have the generating capacity brought on the island while they procure the permanent one that will give the country at least the comfort of another minimum of 30 megawatts of power, what they call the energy bridge.
Over in Jamaica, there are calls for an update on investigations into the scandal at the state-owned oil refinery Petrojam. They've come from the anti-corruption group, the National Integrity Action, the NIA. Back in 2018, a report by the Auditor General revealed several breaches at Petrojam, including hundreds of thousands of barrels of oil being unaccounted for. Executive Director of the NIA, Professor Trevor Monroe, says he is concerned that so far no one has been held accountable.
The Integrity Commission, according to its first report in Parliament in July 2019, submitted its investigation report on Petrojam to the Director of Corruption Prosecutions prior to July 2019. As you know, that office is now vacant. The Integrity Commission has an obligation, and we need to insist that we know where is that report.
And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next.
Let's take a trip to the markets on Liberty Avenue in Queens, New York.
Beside me is Mrs. Pearl Duke, or she's a usual patron of the Blue Food Festival in Bloody Bay. Now, Mrs. Orr, tell me, what keeps you coming back to the Blue Food Festival?
Oh, of course, to enjoy the ambience of this beautiful village, Bloody Bay. Also to enjoy the food that is being prepared, and also, you know, be entertained by the guests we have here today.
And I see you're having an ice cream. Is this dashing ice cream? How's it tasting? Let our viewers know.
Fast bowler Ransford Beaton is set to undergo an evaluation of his action after being reported by umpires for a suspect bowling action during the ongoing Super 50 Cup. Beaton, who is playing with last year's losing finalist Guyana Jaguars, was reported during his side's Group B contest against United States last Monday. But in a statement, Cricket West Indies said it will arrange for an independent assessment of the bowling action of the 27-year-old Guyanese, but he will be permitted to continue bowling until the results are known. This is not the first time red flags have been raised about Beaton's action. He was suspended from bowling by the International Cricket Council after being reported following a one-day international match against New Zealand 2 years ago. He subsequently underwent remedial work on his action and was cleared by the ICC in August 2018 to resume bowling following an assessment at Loughborough University in England. Beaton has played just 2 ODIs, both in the 2017 tour of New Zealand. Leeward Islands Hurricanes captain Jamal Hamilton and Devon Thomas stroke unbeaten half-centuries as the Group A hosts took another step towards a semi-final berth with a convincing 6-wicket victory over reigning champions CCC Marooners yesterday. In pursuit of 191 for victory at Connery, Hurricanes overcame an early blip to coast to victory with 9 overs remaining. Thomas top scored with 78, not out of 96 deliveries with 9 fours and a 6, while Hamilton ended on 77 of 114 balls, striking 7 fours and 3 sixes. Hurricanes were floundering on 32 for 4 in the 8th over after new ball pacers Carlos Brathwaite and Hakeem Jordan sliced through the top order, but Thomas and Hamilton produced a match-winning unbroken 5th wicket stand of 152 to deny Marooners. That's CaribVision in 10. Good afternoon.